my channel. Today I wanted to show you one of my followers on Instagram. She has such a unique style to her cards, and I'm going to try to use her cards as an inspiration for today's video. But just look at all the gorgeousness that she has on her Instagram page. I mean, it is just beautiful. She definitely has her own style, and she can rock it. I'm gonna tell you what, love it. Every time she shows up on my feed with a new card, it just makes me smile. It makes me happy. Her name is Anne. So go follow her. Give her likes on her cards. She does a great job. So let's get started now with my card. Okay, let's get started on the card. I'm using Spellbinder's July card kit of the month. I'm using this frame die and a standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 card top folding card base. I'm using the dies from the kit and also the sentiment that says hello, and the hello actually gets cut out. It has its own little die as well. I did it in this Recollections purple cardstock that's about 65-pound weight, and then the hello, I believe, in the frames came, the weight of that Recollections cardstock is 110 pounds. Alright, so I'm just showing you all the little elements. There's the hello, and it'll go right on that. So starting out with my Elmer's Crap-On Glue, and I'm going to stick all 4 of the frames together. I want to give it a little bit of dimension and just want it to stack that up. And I really want to mimic the cards. I'm going to call her Anne because I don't know that I'm going to say her name correctly. From Anne's cards, because I really like her style. It is so cool. So like I said, I'm just going to stack these up with this Elmer's Crap-On glue. Now whenever I do this, I do put something heavy on top of it, usually an acrylic block, and let it just kind of sit there for a little bit to really take hold and to make sure it's going to kind of stay in place. And once that happens, with this 110-pound cardstock, it really is pretty solid. It's really nice. And I love how this little frame turned out. And it just has a little bit of stitch detailing, which makes it really nice. Okay, there's my acrylic block. And now for the hello, I'm going to move to that. And I am using one of the some washi tape on the back of where I die cut that from to hold that in place. And I'm going to put the hello on it because I don't want to mess this up now that I've already done it. So I'm going to use Memento Tuxedo Black ink because that is my go-to black ink. And that little bit of washi that's on the back side of the paper is just holding that little die cut down. And this way I can double stamp it, make sure it's nice and dark, and it's going to look wonderful. I learned this little trick from Jennifer McGuire, so thank you, Jennifer. And then I use my little tweezers there to get it up. But it stamped beautifully, and I was so happy with it. I really was. While I have this all kind of ready to go, I'm going to do a second one just in case I mess something up. It's always good to have a backup, especially with sentiments. That seems to be something I can mess up in a heartbeat. So I'm glad I went and did this. I did not mess this one up, which is amazing. But that's cool. I have it for another card. I don't even have to stamp it next time. I could have gone to town and made about 4 or 5 of those, but I didn't. Okay, so now I'm just going to find placement. I got all those little bits and pieces out of the flowers, and I'm just going to lay this all down and figure out where I want things and how I want it to kind of go, because I want most of the white to be covered up. It doesn't have to be you know, perfect, but you know, I just want it to look nice. And so I'm kind of going to keep it a little bit symmetrical, and I'm going to put the flowers, the bigger flowers, on each side, and then that little sprig down the middle of this frame. So I think that works pretty well. I believe I used I did. I used my little silhouette tool here to help pick things up. That's usually made for gems and everything, and I thought this was going to work out really well. But I did have a little bit of a problem with it sometimes. So I think really I should just stuck with my tweezers. I mean, it worked okay, but there were other times that I was like, ugh, I don't like that. But yeah, and as I put each piece down, I'm going to take my little acrylic block and put it right on top to hold it on in place. It's, this is kind of fun. This is really soothing, and it did not take a lot of time. So I think in real time, this ends up being maybe 12 minutes to actually get this whole card completed in its entirety, because I didn't cut away much, I'll be quite honest, from this, and I did speed it up a little bit. But yeah, it's about 15 minutes. Now, I'd already had all the die cutting done, so that's not including the die cutting time. Okay, my frame is going to go right on down here. And this is pretty much the card. I'm going to add the sentiment, and that's going to be it. Guys, if you like this this card and want to see more from me, please hit the subscribe button. Give me a like. Leave some comments. I would love to hear from you. And I hope, Anne, if you're watching, you get to see this and you enjoy watching me try to recreate your style. I did add a little Nuvo Drops to the little sprigs, because those Nuvo Drops, Pearl Nuvo Drops, matched perfectly. So that's it for today, everybody. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you next week. Bye.